Now in this video, I'm going to give you my top 6 tips on making sure that when it comes to selling your business, the 2 things happen. Number 1 is it sells quickly, and number 2, that you maximise the price that you get for it. So you're thinking about selling your business, and that's great news. Now, even if you're not thinking about selling your business for some time, or you've never even thought about selling your business, it's important that you put thought into what if I was going to sell my business, what would I get for it? How would I maximise the amount that I'd get for it? Because there's too many people out there that are selling businesses and asking way more than what they should be, because the business itself is not a great business. So I've got sort of 6 tips to help you get clearer on what it is you need to do to be more successful when it comes to selling your business. Now, like I said before, even if you're not thinking of selling your business right now, you could definitely put all of these things you could put into your business now, or you could use now to help you get it ready for selling your business. And if you didn't sell your business, you're still going to benefit greatly from it anyway. So my first thing is to make sure it's profitable. I see a lot of people sell their business when it's not working. Not the time to sell a business, let's face it. If I'm out there looking at businesses to buy, the last business I'm going to buy is the one that doesn't work. And I know you may be in a situation where you've got yourself into a business, you're above your head and you can't operate it. If you're asking for money for that business over and above what's reasonable, you're not going to sell it. It's like a house. Houses sit on the market sometimes for months and months and months at a time because they're overpriced, and businesses are no different. The thing about businesses is it's easier for people to see that they're not performing or they're not worth the money than it is with a house. And with houses it's pretty easy, but it's even easier in a business because all your income has to be recorded, your expenses has to be recorded, which means that someone can quickly work out, is this business profitable or not? And so you want to make sure your business is running well and that it's profitable, not running at a loss. Now, if it's running at a loss and you're trying to sell it, just don't expect to get top dollar for it. It's like buying a house that's really run down, or needs to be demolished. You're not going to get top dollar for it. So if it's running at a loss and you're at a loss as what else to do, and your last ditch effort is to sell the business, be reasonable. Don't ask for more than the asset value. Even then, you're not going to get retail asset value because that's just not how it works. Everything gets depreciated. You're going to expect to get probably half of asset value when you're out of there. Be thankful that someone's willing to take the liability off your hands, because that would probably be like a lease or something like that. So make sure your business is profitable if you want to maximise the sale price, because in a lot of cases, in fact, they'll determine a sale price or the buy price on a number, like a multiple factor of your annual profitability. So make sure you're profitable. Tip number 2, have a database of current and past customers and also prospects if you can. There's great value in a database. It takes years and years and years to build a solid database. And if you're not building a database in your business right now, just go and buy something to do it. You get for I don't know, 100 to 300 bucks a month, you can get a fantastic online database program that you can use in your business to collect everyone's details. You can tag them with, when did they buy from you? There's all sorts of stuff. Now, if you're in retail, for example, there's point of sale systems that do all of this for you. And when a prospective buyer comes to you, if you could say to them, hey, here's a database of 10,000 people that have bought from in the last 2 years. Here's another 30,000 people that bought from in the last 5 years, but we haven't heard from since. Here's another 1,000, that we've been targeting that haven't bought from us yet, whatever it might be. If you've got a good database, it's going to add dollar signs to your price when you come to selling your business. It adds a huge amount of value, because now they're not just buying the goodwill, they're buying the opportunity as well to grow the business to the next level. Point number 3, systemize. No one wants to buy a business that's just a difficult job. So if your business relies on you to run it, it's going to be very difficult for you to convince someone to buy it from you, because they're not going to know what to do, especially if they've never been in your industry before. Now, if, for example, I don't know, let's use an example that everyone would relate to. Say you're a plumber and another plumber buys your business. Well, that's different, right? Because they're buying your phone number, your current run of clients that you've got. They might be buying your equipment. So it's a bit different. But let's say you own a cafe, and the people that are coming to look at buying your business off you have got a redundancy from a redundancy package from where they were working, or they've decided they want to step out of being employed and work and step into entrepreneurship and try their hand at running a business. Well, if they have a cafe, if your cafe is completely systemized, there's what we call a SOP, standard operating procedures, essentially an operations manual that they can at least look. So here's how we order something, here's how we make something, here's how we, if they've got a set of operating procedures, then you're always going to get more for your business, because it's easier for someone to adapt and run that business by looking at the systems. And that's why something like a McDonald's store, I mean, it's just a burger joint, but the reality is it would command a fairly high sale price because it's so well systemized. And what that means is, which leads me to point 4, if it's really well systemized, it will work without the owner. And this is where you're going to really maximize the amount of money you get for your business, is if the business is truly an investment for an entrepreneur to be able to invest in, and they don't have to work in the business because it's that well systemized, then you're going to really maximize the dollar you'll get when it comes to selling your business. So if you can get it to the point where it's systemized and it works without you, you're going to maximize your sale price. So even if you're in a position right now where you're working in the business and you're thinking, geez, I'd like to sell, but you can hang in there for a year or two and systemize it so you don't have to be in the business, I would suggest doing that, because the amount of money you'll make in addition in 2 years' time by doing that will pay you far more than you'll earn doing anything else. You know, it's a very valuable thing to do in your business. That was number 4. So number 5 then is have a marketing plan. You know, one of the biggest fears for people when they get involved in their own businesses, where are they going to find their new clients? So people need to know that you can find clients in a predictable fashion and that you've had marketing that's been proven to work. So you've probably run a whole bunch of marketing in your business to build it to this current point, and there'll be certain things that you've done that have worked. You should document those and put them into a plan so you can say to somebody when they buy it, here are the 5 things you need to do to get more clients. It's going to make it easier to sell. They're going to be more comfortable buying it from you because they know that you've got all these results before, especially if you've got like some sort of statistics and say, you know what, if you make 10 phone calls to this industry, you're going to get 1 client at this average dollar sale or whatever it might be. By having a solid marketing plan, it's going to help you to then, when you offer it to someone, to convince them that this is going to be easier for them to run. Of course, if you're doing all these things together, it's going to maximise your sale price through the roof. So definitely worthwhile you're doing. Tip number 6 is no different to a property, and I'm going to use the word renovate. Tip number 6 is to renovate. Now, when I'm talking about renovate, is make sure your business looks attractive. If it's a actual physical location like a shop or an office, or it's a van, make sure it looks nice and clean and tidy. If it's a van, make sure all the dings are out of it and it's been resprayed or polished. If it's an office, get cleaners to come in and do an overall clean. Get rid of the clutter in the corners. Get it organised, make it look nice, get it smelling fresh, because people don't want to buy something that looks like it's worn out, worn down. And I know that you may be tired and you may have had enough, and that's why you want to sell. But you just got to put in that little bit of extra effort. It's like when you sell a house, if it looks like rubbish, you're going to get a rubbish price. If it looks excellent, you're going to get an excellent price. Same thing applies in business. So when I talk about renovate, it could even be doing things like renovate your logo or renovate your website. Just, get things looking fresh, exciting, and make it more attractive so people are going to want to buy it from you. So there you go. There's my top 6 tips on how to sell your business and maximise the price you get when you sell your business. Hopefully that's been helpful. Of course, always welcome questions and comments below the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and head to my website, www.actioncoachanz.com, for more free goodies. Until next time, have a profitable day.